So, there's been a ton of buzz about this massive new investment deal between Pakistan and Saudi Arabia. It's got people feeling hopeful, making jokes, and, being a little skeptical too. So, what is actually in this agreement, and is all the excitement really justified? Let's break it all down.
Okay, so first things first, let's look at how people are actually reacting to this news. The moment it dropped, the response was, well, a perfect mix of really high hopes and that classic Pakistani humor.
You've got to love this, right? A huge economic deal gets announced, and the immediate thought is, hey, maybe we can get a free Umrah package out of this. It's hilarious, but it also kind of shows you what people are really hoping for, some direct benefits. But okay, jokes aside, what's the actual substance here?
All right, let's get to the heart of it, the money. What does this deal really mean in terms of investment?
So, at its very core, the agreement is a major commitment from Saudi Arabia to fast-track a multi-billion-dollar investment package. And listen, this isn't just another loan. We're talking about targeted investments in key areas. Think energy, infrastructure, mining, all aimed at kicking off some real economic growth.
And just to be crystal clear, we are talking about billions of dollars. For an economy that's been facing some pretty serious challenges, an injection of cash on this scale could be a total game changer. I mean, it promises to create jobs and bring some much-needed stability.
An investment this big is obviously going to create a lot of excitement. But that happiness, well, it's mixed with a healthy dose of realism, which you can see perfectly in another popular reaction.
This analogy is just brilliant. The feeling isn't just simple happiness. It's that shock and relief you'd feel if you got money back that you had completely written off, It really says a lot about past promises and kind of highlights the cautious optimism that's surrounding this whole new deal.
And that, of course, brings us to the billion-dollar question. After all the handshakes and the headlines, are these promises actually going to be fulfilled?
Look, if these investments really do materialize, the best-case scenario is a vibrant, growing economy. The vision is one of prosperity, stability, and a real boost in public confidence.
This slide just nails the two possible outcomes perfectly. On one side, you've got this thriving, happy economy. But on the other, well, it's that familiar feeling of being left on a cliffhanger, just waiting for the next episode that might never actually air. It's such a witty way to describe that cycle of hope and uncertainty we often see with these big international deals.
So while the fate of that huge economic promise is still up in the air, it kind of brings us to a promise of our own.
We promise to keep breaking down complicated stories just like this one, giving you the key info without all the fluff.
So, the only question left is, will you fulfill yours?
Because, hey, unlike that big agreement, subscribing is one